Here we go. All right. Hey, guys, thanks for jumping on. If you're watching this on the wonderful internet and somewhere in space, my name is Meredith Campbell, and I am a fitness entrepreneur, and I have with me on the call today two other amazing entrepreneurs that we're all affiliated with the same company, which is Beachbody. But what I loved about these girls, I got to hear them speak on a mastermind call. And what I loved about these girls, before I introduced both of them, was that they have this really fun way of making their business them. Meaning they have this really, everyone's like all the unsexy stuff that we do as business owners, it can be like daunting and like time consuming. You don't want to do it. But if you make it fun, like I'm a big firm believer, like that's why I'm here like this right now, because I just worked out, got my workout in, and it's, for me, I make it fun. And so then in that sense, I do it. So, all right. So first I'm going to introduce Michelle and Kaylee, and they've been coaches. Well, Michelle's been a coach for 4 years, and I'll let her go into her story a little bit, because I think it is a fantastic story to learn more about what we do as coaches, but also to learn more about what, what people, I mean, when you hear the stories, it makes it real of what we do. And then, of course, we have Kaylee, and she's been a coach for 3.5 years. And both these girls are rock stars. They say, like, oh, I didn't get started until this day. And really, I don't think it's the length of time that you are a coach. I think it's that moment when you decide, like, this is a business, and I'm going to run this as a business versus, doing it not as a business. So, all right, ladies, whoever wants to go up first, let me know.
Haley, want to go, or do you want me to? Okay.
I can go ahead and kick it off. Okay. Thank you guys so much for asking us to jump on here and chat with you. Me and Michelle, we work together a lot with running challenge groups together. And so we've been able to collaborate a lot, and I hope we have a lot of valuable information to share with you. So yeah, like Meredith said, I've been a coach for 3.5 years. I signed up as a coach, full intention of working this full time. I wanted to, hit the ground running. I wanted to build an awesome business. I wanted to have a bunch of coaches underneath me that were part of my team, that became my sisters, became my family, and be able to do this full time at home with both of my boys. I have 2 sons. When I signed up, I just had the one boy, and since then I've had a second little boy. And so it's always been my dream that I wanted to be a full-time coach. And it honestly took a couple of years of kind of dabbling to realize I was doing nothing but dabbling. I wasn't actually going full force. I wasn't actually working the business like those other coaches that I've seen go diamond in 30 days and be able to quit their full-time jobs in a year. That's what I wanted. And I was like, why am I not doing that? And it's because I knew the things I needed to do to build quickly, but I wasn't actually doing it. I was learning it from other coaches and trainings and listening to the national wake up calls, but I wasn't actually applying that to my day-to-day, the mundane work that we need to do as coaches. And so there's an outline that a lot of coaches use called the power of 3s, to where you reach out to 3 new people, you invite 3 new people, and then I think you invite to the coaching opportunity to 3 new people. And that's what I was doing. Well, I was doing almost all those things. I was not asking people to join me and join my team. I was fearful of that. And so, but I kept putting it off and kept thinking, oh, it's okay. They'll just come to me. Those people will just come to me and they'll just want to join me. But that's not the case. And so I was basically just holding myself back in fear. I wasn't asking enough people. I wasn't talking to enough people and reaching out and building relationships with enough people to get to where I want to be. If you do want to dabble, if it's going to be a hobby for you, then that's fine. But for what I wanted and for my vision has always been, I was not working that. And so, the technique that Michelle and I kind of want to talk to you about actually was just talked about on the Beachbody National Wake Up Call today. It's really ironic that the coach that went live in the Beachbody Champions page on Facebook that introduced this to us spoke on the National Wake Up Call today. So if you haven't watch that or listen to that, not watch it, if you haven't listened to it today, then I highly recommend doing that so you can get, her full take on it. But what it's called is the Gangsta Rap Connections. And she calls it that because she specifically listens to gangster rap whenever she does her power hour. And but you can listen to whatever you want, whatever gets you to bring out the real you, whatever allows you to relax and just become yourself. And so what we do is, and you can do anything with this, you can alter it in any way you want, but we take a sheet of notebook paper and we are going to number 1 through 26 is usually or however many lines are on your notebook paper. The first set of, Michelle, the first set of names, it's going to be probably different day to day, however many names will be in each category. For me, it's usually the first 5 to 10 names are going to be new people, new conversations. And that's going to be, you're going to get those people by sending out friend requests, reaching out to people, reaching out to mutual friends, running into people out at the coffee shop, while you're shopping in the grocery store. So as long as you're doing those things, you'll always have people to put on those lists. So I will put those people down on the first category. The second category are going to be my thank you messages. And these are going to be messages that I reach out to people who have liked or commented or shown me some kind of support on my social media posts. And so obviously you're going to have a lot of these new people as long as you are being mindful with your posts and you are giving true content, you're sharing yourself authentically, so that people are seeing those posts, they're seeing the real you, you're being genuine, you're sharing really good content to everyone. So then you just send out a quick message that says, thank you so much. And you can word this however is you. But thank you so much for showing the support. It can be kind of uncomfortable sometimes, being so vulnerable on social media. But sorry, I'm just trying to get my wording to where it makes sense. But thank you again for showing the support because people like you make it worth it. That was probably kind of jumbled, but something along those lines. And so what that does is it kind of opens up that door for them to be like, no, thank you for being so inspirational, or I really enjoy your post. It kind of opens up that weird line between just chatting about your kids to what you're doing as a coach and how you could possibly help them. Because, I've had some people now say, I really need a transformation, or I really need to be motivated like you are. And I'm like, you can be. Like, why don't you join our group? And then we can help you. We can be that support for you. And then it just kind of segues into that natural invite. And then the next group of names, I use this next group of names as my follow-ups. So these are going to be people that I want to go back and continue conversation with, or touch base with, keep conversation going. It's just my way of kind of tracking those people. And speaking of tracking, I'm dabbling in Streak. That's kind of what I want to get into. I have really done everything under the sun. I've done Asana, I've done Excel sheets, I've done the pen to paper, I've done Team Z. And so far, I think from what I've heard with Streak, I think that's going to be the best for me because I just need simple. Because now that this pen to paper thing, this works for me, but the list of names is getting so big that I need a place to put everyone. So I'm going to get into Streak. And I'm going to wrap this up so Michelle can hop on here. But I did just want to say that about social media, I have noticed a few things, and this was just a takeaway from Summit. I just wanted to put this out there, but definitely avoid using any kind of Beachbody lingo. I mean, not all the time. We want to be proud of Beachbody. We want to be proud of the things we're doing, of drinking Shakeology, that these products work for us. But I would avoid using those words and those terms all the time. 21-day fix, Shakeology, because Chalene Johnson mentioned that it's actually been shown to avoid your posts from Facebook showing your posts. And so I have personally seen that. And I actually did a trial and error to where I used the word Beachbody in my post. I didn't really get a whole lot of traction on it, so I took it down and put it back up with rewording, and I had a lot of interaction on it. So, I mean, it could have been a coincidence, but I firmly believe that Beachbody kind of filters that stuff. Or not Beachbody, Facebook filters that stuff. And then also, whenever you're taking your photos, try to be real and raw and you with your pictures. Don't worry about it being super like sparkly clean with a bunch of fun graphics and stuff, but definitely make sure you have good lighting and different backgrounds and have fun with it. That's something else that I took away from that Haley Christian's video or live video on the Champions page, where she was talking about, you know, if you need just a stock selfie folder of yourself, then take a whole afternoon with different outfits and different locations and just take a bunch of pictures, take a bunch of fun fitness pictures or pictures with your kids. And so that way you have a bunch of pictures to choose from that you can just throw a good post up there with something really valuable. So that's something that I've done, and it has saved me so much time, along with drafting up some good content and keeping it in like a Google document. So I just wanted to get all that out there so I leave some time for Michelle. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to her so she can share some good stuff.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You did awesome, Kaylee.
Thanks.
Okay, well, I'm going to jump in it. My story with Beachbody started 13 years ago. So even though I've been a coach for 4.5 years, I was a senior in high school, and me and my sister saw an infomercial about Slim and Six. And, you know, in high school, you're so insecure. So when we saw those before and after photos, we were like, hey, Mom, will you order this? Because we were still 17. You know, we couldn't order anything on the line. I'm 30 now. So my mom ordered it. Guess what? What do people normally do? They get a workout program. They don't use it. We used it maybe a week, and we stored it away. 9 years later, life intermission, so much stuff went on in my life. I'm going to back it up. I think my mom asked me if I wanted as a coach when I was 17, and I said, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But 9 years later, life intermission, you know, my life went from good to bad to worse to now. And I feel like my life is amazing because of Beachbody. But it wasn't that easy. My sister Megan and my friend Carrie asked me three times to be a coach, and I told them no. And the third time I was like, you know what? Fine, I'm going to do this if this will get you guys off my back. So I signed up. So that's a little bit of breadcrumbs about my story. Honestly, my story is bigger than that. Kaylee knows my story. Beachbody Corporate knows my story now. It's crazy. I will come out with it, so I will be sharing that soon. But I want to talk about this gangster rap connection that Kaylee and I are obsessed with. And like she said, Haley Christian, right? Haley Christian?
Yeah.
She did a video on the Beachbody Championship page, and I remember, I think it was Kaylee was tagging all of us in it, and we were like, we got to watch this. So we watched it. It has changed our life. It hasn't changed much with my business, but it's given me more confidence, and I've developed like layers and layers and layers of thick skin because of this. And like Kaylee said, I'll go a little brief detail. Like she said, my notebooks, the notebooks are going to be different. Mine's 33 lines. So I do 11 new friends. I do 11 new thank yous and 11 follow-ups. So that's kind of how mine works. And it's the same setup. New friends, thank you, follow-ups. With the new friends, I actually took this from you, Meredith, being more intentional on Facebook. Lately I've been avoiding Facebook because I didn't want to like get lost in the Facebook like scroll. But Sunday night, or was it Saturday night? I think it was Saturday night, Friday night, I don't know. I sat there and invited 50 new people, and I call it Facebook creeping. I did this before, but it was a little bit less with intention. I started looking for people that didn't have any Beachbody coach friends. Like all 50 people had no Beachbody friends. All 50 people loved to travel. They had pets. Some had babies. You know, I'm not a mom, so I feel like I can't relate to those people just yet. So I'm reaching out to the pup moms, the people that like to travel, you know, the people that are single, even the single ones. So I was more intentional with my new invites, and I had like 33 new friends from those 50 people. So It's going to make my new friends list so easy today. The thank you, like Kaylee said, I simply go back to my personal page, and if somebody has liked something, loved something, or commented on something, I respond to them personally. I don't use Hootsuite or anything like that. I respond to them personally on my post. And then I go through and I personally message them and tell them thank you for liking, supporting, or commenting on my page. With my follow-ups, I mean, if you're doing the new friends and thank yous, you're going to have follow-ups. So that's where the follow-ups come back. You are going to follow up with the people that have made contact with you. Like Haley said, you're going to meet new people. I'm not very social. I don't like getting out of my house. A lot of people don't know that. Kaylee is too. She's like a homebody. That's what it's our safe word. We're homebodies. But honestly, we have social anxiety. But the other day, I chose to take my office to the coffee shop for the first time. And I ran into some people that my husband knew. But right now, I'm currently learning French. Guess what? This girl speaks French. So we're going to meet up. We're going to start like just once a week doing our French lessons, and maybe I'm going to slip some Beachbody in there, because she was like liking my stuff on Facebook, and she was asking me what I did, and I told her with confidence what I did. Another thing that Ashley told us was the 8, 9s, and 10s. Kaylee, this is me and you, girl, and this is where I got my 50 people. I went to my list, my personal friend list on Facebook, and I looked at people that I consider 8, 9s, and 10s, like people that scare the shit out of me. I'm sorry, but they scare the shit out of me because of my limiting beliefs, of my insecurities. That's the only reason they scare me, because I have insecurities still and I have limiting beliefs. That's the beauty of this business. We're going to go up and down with those, but if you're doing your daily devotion, your personal development, you're going to be okay. So all those 50 people were friends of my 8, 9s, and 10s. So I went to my 8, 9s, and 10s and went to their friends list and then added those people. And it's crazy how many people out in this world need Beachbody and don't know a single Beachbody coach. So if you're new to this and you're thinking, we're taking up all the people, no, we're not. We're not. Another thing, I think I mentioned it, the Facebook creeping. I mean, you might get creeped out about that word, but I do. Like when I respond, I think Kaylee does this. When you respond to somebody, like when you add a new friend, what I do and they accept my friend request, I automatically go to their page the next day, not the same day. I go to their page, I like their profile picture, and I really like it. I really like it, and then I'll go through their feed, and if I see something I genuinely like, guess what? I comment on it. And then the next day I message them back. So it's showing them that I'm interested, and I really am. It's not like me being fake, but it's me trying to connect with this person and seeing if we do connect. And another thing with the Gansta Rap, I'll show you, like Kaylee said, it can get a little confusing with notebook, pen, and piece of paper. This is just something that I did. Now, don't freak out, but I invited 396 people last month, and 69 people responded back. And then I got 5 maybes to yes, but ended up being a no. But so that's an example of no's. Like, you got to go for no. Like, I invited 396 people, 69 people were engaging with conversation, and I got 5 emails and phone numbers, and I transferred those to text messages or emails. Another thing, I'm new to Streak too, but I'm getting there. And the beauty of Streak, and for new coaches, it's free. So take advantage of it. And I mean, if you don't have a laptop, I mean, you probably have an iPhone, but if you don't have an iPad, a laptop, or anything like that, pen and piece of paper, you guys. And you know what? Honestly, you could probably do this without the internet. You could go to a store and, this is so easy. Like this. I'm like Kaylee. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, and I wasn't. My limiting beliefs and my fear was preventing me to try to connect with more people. It was preventing me to try to reach those 8, 9s, and 10s. And those 8, 9s, and 10s should inspire you. They should be like, okay, I think that person could create a business, because if you want to make a business, if you want to create your business, you got to find leaders out there to help you grow your business. So anyway, that's it.
No, that's awesome. So So hold on, let me put us back into gallery view. Okay, so this was very helpful because I think, so many times people get so caught up in like, well, I talked to 3 people or I did this or, I asked, and you just gave us a really good synopsis of you do have to go for no. And, you talked to 396 people last month and those 3, and you said this last week too, but those 396 people, like what I don't want you guys to know, and I mean, sometimes you talk to 396 and you get 5 people. Sometimes you talk to 396 and you get 400, and you just can't know, like there are no like perfect rules, but you're planting those seeds with people right now. I mean, I can't even tell you, just doing this for 8-9 years now, which is like, I can't believe it. Like I'm embarrassed because there was years that I didn't know what I was doing as a coach and I thought I was doing all that stuff too, kind of how you guys felt for a while. And gosh, like the amount of people that I've talked to before and those seeds planted and that trust that was built, when it did come around to when they were ready, they did sign up. And not every single person that I probably talked to, but then I got other people that, you just never know. But when you go with this being authentic and enthusiastic, and so what I have some questions for you guys, if you don't mind. I took a ton of notes. So now, with Gangsta Rap, what do you listen to?
I just put on Pandora and just like find whatever station I'm feeling that day. I don't know. It's different, but sometimes it's just a mixture of things. Sometimes it's Eric Church or like some kind of country, which is weird because I don't even really like country, but just whatever I'm feeling that day. Justin Bieber, even like just whatever. And I just put on a Pandora station and just relax and just it helps me to get because if it's like just a silent room or if you have kids in the back room or background or TV going or whatever, it doesn't feel as natural, I guess.
Right.
As if the music or something that
so
you
when do you do your power hour typically?
Well, it differs. So I'm still working full time right now. And so I will do a big bulk of it, like creating my list, on my lunch hour. So like right now, 12:30 to 1:30 is usually when I take my lunch break. And so I will create my list, send out some friend invites, maybe start sending out those new messages and stuff. And then after my sons go to bed at 8 o'clock at night, I will sit down for an hour or two and do some more.
Nice.
And finish up my list. And I do, and we forgot to mention this, but what I like to do is on Monday, I make my list and send out all those messages to everyone on that list. Tuesday, I play catch up and just connections. I don't make another list on Tuesday. I just connect with all those people because all of those people or majority of them are going to be responding to you. So it's a lot of messages to respond to and catch up on. Wednesday, I make another list. Thursday, I catch up in connections. Friday, I make another list. And then through the weekend, I will catch up on the connections and then start fresh Monday with another list. So I don't do a list every single day because that will be like, to me anyways, for right now, that's a lot of people. And so, but you can totally do a list every day if that's what you want to handle,
Right. Michelle, what do you listen to?
I'm like Kaylee, it depends. I mean, of course it's Pandora, but I either go between Katy Perry, because that's my girl, or Eminem, because that's my man, you know? So if I'm going to get a little gangster, it's going to be Eminem. So those are my two options. And, on days that I need some God in my life, like every day I do daily devotion, I'll put on some Christian music and I still get it done. So it just depends on what type of mood you're in. And for some reason, like when I have Eminem on, I'm like, you know what? I am who I say I am, and I'm gonna invite you, and you're gonna say yes, and they say no sometimes, but but that's how it is. And like Haley says, we don't invite Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I still had 396 people I talked to. I mean, you're either not doing it, and I wasn't doing it. I mean, when I was just doing 5 people, I wasn't doing it, and now I'm like talking to 396 people. What?
So you did. So you don't invite on what days did you say? Monday, Wednesday. You only do Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, I only do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then we do kind of connect back with people. Like Haley says, we do try to get caught up. But a lot of times me and Kaylee are sending pictures like, oh my God, I have 15 people in our messages and we don't touch them. Like, it's so hard. But if they really want to work with you or they really are interested, they're going to sit there and they're going to wait for you. I mean, they are. So
That's awesome. That's so good. Well, thank you guys for sharing all this, because I think it's good to see, you know, I mean, because like I said, like we all go through that phase where we're like, I'm not doing the activities that I need to be doing. And what we need to be doing is reaching out and talking to more people. And obviously it grows, you know, there gets to a point where you're still reaching out, you're getting more in front of more and more people, but you got to work with what you got. And as you're growing right now and growing your social media, more people are attracted, but you can't just wait for that perfect, you know, the perfect storm of your social media. Like that needs to start like right now with who you have and who's in front of you. So, well, thank you guys so much. I know we're going to learn a ton from this. And where can we find you? Where are your Facebook pages?
Mine's just my Kaylee Rainey page. I guess. Oh, I don't even know what the web link is.
It's probably just your name, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
What about your Instagram? What do you use more, Facebook or Instagram?
I use Facebook more. I mean, my Instagram, I pretty much use the same posts and everything.
Yeah.
But I haven't really, and I really want to, because I've heard a lot lately about people being able to network a lot with a lot of people that are in their niche really easily on Instagram. So I want to start networking on Instagram more. But for right now, I'm really comfortable with Facebook, so that's what I'm using for now.
Cool. And Michelle, where's your Facebook? Where can we find you?
My personal page is Michelle Igo Stevens, and that's with a PH, and that's IGOU. My business page is Destined to Transcend, and my Instagram account, I believe it's Michelle _Igo, IGOU. So those are my three.
Yeah. All right, ladies. Well, have a fantastic day, and I really appreciate your time, and we'll see you soon.
All right.